Hello, everyone. I hear from uh, Steve that you're having a lot of problems in understanding the trades. So, first of all, welcome to crypto trading. As I see that we have now got 16 members, our trading was got a hitch because we had a big fall in Bitcoin and we had a few stop losses hit on what we started on February uh, positions, like the Friday positions on March 16th. But I think the good thing is we are bouncing back nicely, and hopefully we are going to see some uptrend going. But I think today's video is mainly focused on uh, how do we really understand these trades. If you are having challenges, let's start with first of all, I would like to highlight that this is the document which I had uploaded. So what we did is we created some guidelines as well as overall strategy of why we are doing crypto trading, what are the goals. So let's open that document here. So this is something which is pinned right now on the top of the Facebook page, and it's also available in the file section. So before we get into overall strategy, you need to understand to be able to do crypto trading, you need to have a Binance account, or you can use other accounts. I think Bittrex is another exchange, but I think Binance is something we will be using because the way they have very good interface as well as a lot more coins than what other exchanges offer. The second part is you need to have liquid Bitcoin funds. So I think I did a video earlier which explained you how to transfer your money in terms of BTC or Ethereum into your Binance account. So make sure you have some BTC transferred. And one thing I would like to highlight is when you're trading, you have to make sure this is not from your core holdings. So if you're trading BTC is something which you're trying to do short-term trades to gain more. We will talk about it later, but just wanted to highlight when I say liquid BTC means something you are willing to trade on a day-to-day basis. Then access to Binance on desktop as well as the phone app just to monitor where the prices are heading. The phone app has been giving some trouble recently, but we can always delete the app and reinstall. That is a workaround which is working for me whenever Apple has a problem with some kind of licensing of the app. So anyway, let's get back to the strategy. So what we are trying to achieve by doing crypto trading is to increase your BTC holding. So let's say you have one Bitcoin, and our goal is to make short-term trades and make a gain in Bitcoin terms. And for example, if we start with one BTC and we grow it into two, this is a hypothetical, of course, but let's say if we do that, we effectively reduce our buy price in US dollars by half because you paid for one BTC and you're trading with other coins and you're generating more BTC. Again, this is the only goal we are going with. There is a possibility during this process, the Bitcoin itself is going down, and you may feel that in dollar terms your portfolio value is going down. Now that is something we don't have to worry about. So my assumption is that all of you are investing in Bitcoin for a little longer time frame, and you want to own it. And in general, Bitcoin is the base currency. So when we believe in cryptos, our goal is that we want to hold Bitcoin just like we hold US dollars in our bank account. So we will trade Bitcoin for altcoins, and we will measure the gains in terms of Bitcoin value. The other part I wanted to highlight, there will be a recommended size of trade. So for example, for every trade, we will talk about what should be your position size. And just as a baseline, we are assuming that everybody has exactly one BTC as a starting capital. Now, we are not going to be generating individual portfolio positions. You can do a scaling as per your portfolio size which you're using. So for example, if we ask you to trade 0.1 BTC as a position size, we are recommending trading 10% of your trading account BTC holding. So that is just as a guideline. Of course, you are free to choose how you want to trade. But the reason we are suggesting this is sometimes we will be doing a dollar cost averaging or BTC cost averaging in this particular domain. So the idea here will be, let's say the price moves down, but the position still looks good to make money. We can double down on that and we can actually bring our buy price down. So if you end up putting all your money into that one coin and you're not following our guidelines of 10%, then you don't have any BTC left in your account to average down. So please be aware of this. Of course, you can always improvise and make your own trades, but we will have our own guidelines and tracking of how we are doing in this particular recommendation. Now, what else do you need to know? So as I said, you can use any other exchange. We will be mostly focusing on Binance. You can also use Ethereum. So we will go to the Binance screen and I will show you. But the trades will be quoted in Satoshi values. So what is Satoshi? So Satoshi was the name of the founder of Bitcoin, as we call him. And nobody knows who is he. It's a mystery because he never exposed himself. He's a kind of a mythical figure now. But the Bitcoin fractional value, just like we have cents as a fractional value of dollar, Bitcoin is measured in, if you go to a fractional value of Bitcoin, you have 100 million Satoshis in every Bitcoin. So you see here there are, this is 100 million, 100, so that is a fraction we use. Now we will be using Satoshi values when we mention the order because it's very difficult to talk about 0.0034 or something. In verbally it feels a little more difficult rather than we can always talk in Satoshi values. Another reason we will talk in Satoshi values, let's go to the Binance exchange. So if you see the interface, most of these coins, they are in fractional values because they are priced at much lower price than Bitcoin. So in that case, it's easier to talk about, not put so many zeros and make mistakes. So that's the reason we are going to only use the values which are beyond these zeros. And it makes it easy to post on Facebook and so on. And the bigger thing is, ultimately you need to learn to understand what you are owning. You're owning, you cannot say that I own dollars and I don't understand what is cents. So in a crypto world, you need to get comfortable with Bitcoin and Satoshi as the base currency. And maybe in one day in future, Bitcoin will be a default currency. That is the dream of the crypto enthusiasts. And so in that case, you should already be talking in that term, which is the right technical terms to use. Now let's go back to our trades. So when we say a trade alert, we are trying to put a timestamp just to track when we issued the alert. So you know that if it is too late, you can always ask us, or you can check the price, whether it has moved a lot. Then this is a pair. This means we are talking about a coin, which is ICX is the symbol. And of course, as we mentioned, we are always going to be trading against Bitcoin. So this means in Binance, if you go, you see these are the pairs. So this is the buy screen. So let me again do a quick tour of Binance. So in Binance, if you go to exchange, there is this basic exchange. I'm not going to advance because the interface is not going to be easy for the new traders. I just reloaded it. So in this case, you have a BTC, so you can select, taking time. So in the meantime, so you're basically saying which pair you're trading and what is the price. So this is the entry price of the trade. And as I mentioned, there is a position size. This means we are saying you should use 10% of your trading account value or the portfolio value for this particular position. Now let's go back to Binance. So in this, BTC and Ethereum, you can use any of these currencies to buy or sell. And what it means is whatever coin you buy, it will be bought against Bitcoin or Ethereum, or BNB is their own Bitcoin, the Binance coin, and you can actually buy it using Binance coins also. USDT is it's a cryptocurrency. It is not the dollar. This is something which I'm not using much because there are not many pairs available here, and also this is not really it's very controversial. USDT is under investigation for whether they really own that many US dollars, which they are pushing as coins in the system. Now, coming back to our BTC pairs, this is what we are going to target. So there is a star here which you can use. So whenever we give a recommendation, we suggest you click the star so that you don't have to look through all the pairs, and you can say favorites. And in the favorites, only the pairs which you have put a star against, they will be seen here. So this is an easy way to get to find your currency pair which you are planning to trade. Otherwise, you can always search here. So like say, for example, we said ICX. So as soon as you write ICX, it will give you this pair, and when you click it, this whole screen will update, and now you will be able to buy or sell ICX against Bitcoin. Now, if you see here, these are the fractional value of Bitcoin. This is the price. So this is the order book on the left side. You have buy orders and sell orders, and in the center is the last price. So you can choose your limit order value here and how much you want to buy. So let's say it says you want to buy 10. It will tell you what is the total BTC value. The good thing is they have a feature where you say whatever Bitcoin you hold, you can buy 25% of that value. So that means 25% of your BTC holding will be converted into ICX. So get familiar with this. They have stop limit orders also. They have market orders, of course. Never use market orders, always use limit orders. I haven't spent a lot of time on stop limit, but I think if you're not able to watch, this is something you should start using as a stop limit, because we will be using this a lot in future. It's not because we are not trading huge amounts. I'm assuming most of you are using some fractions of Bitcoin. I'm not too worried about entering this order ahead in the system, because there are a lot of volumes here on Binance, and you are not going to be easily, they are not going to be working against you for selling you and making your order this stop to be hit. So at this moment, unless you are trading big, I'm not too worried about entering stop limit orders. So this is, I think, let's go back to our trade recommendations. So so I think it's very clear. Just to summarize, we have what currency we are trading is this pair you see, ADA, which is Cardano. We are talking about the price, which is the actual digits after the fractions in Binance Exchange. So this is just to make it easy for you to look. And the position size, which means what is our recommended size of trade with respect to your portfolio. So this is just a guidance. Again, the entry point and the pair, this is what is important. And one example of averaging, like we did a BNB, which is a Binance coin. So if you go down, we issued an alert to buy Binance. Let me see where it was. Yeah. So if you see here, we issued an alert to buy Binance at 11,020 Satoshi. That was at 5:25 p.m. The Binance coin went down, and we decided to average the cost down, and we bought it at 10,780. So this is why it's useful to have some liquid Bitcoin always, because we still believe this trade will work out, and we want to bring our cash position in terms of entry value down so that we can make better gains.